Hello there. I did say to you that I will be back. I said I will be back with Afcon Talk. And I am back with Afcon Talk, of course, where I'll be talking about the Afcon. Come on, wakey, wakey. Yeah, so I'm back talking about the Afcon. It's been a few days going. And I did say to you that I won't be here every day, so don't be surprised and don't hold me to it. There's been so many games, 2, 3 every day, and I've watched every one of them. It's quite funny and interesting what not being in the forefront of the action, being involved directly with one team or the other in the Afcon and just sitting down at home and watching all the games. I've never been able to do that because for quite some years now, I've been involved with something or the other that prevents me from watching the rest of the games, either as a member of a crew, a member of a team, or as a media team. I will probably be on my way to shoot another game while the game is going on TV. So this is a first for me in many, many years. And I have to say it's been interesting. It's been interesting. I miss it. I miss being in the forefront. So although I have said to you that I'll be in my own little enclave here, presenting to you, don't be surprised if you find me on the streets of Cameroon because I can be that spontaneous sometimes. I'll just get up and go, and then I'll go. Anyway, I waited deliberately for the first round of games to be over before I came back to you. A bit belated because while I was waiting for the first round of games, I know that by the time you are watching me, the second round of games would have started. So some of what I'm saying, who knows, might be obsolete. Who knows, might carry on the trend. What trend am I talking about? First thing I noticed, that you must have noticed as well, is very low football goals count. Where the goals gone to? 1-0. 1-goal margins in every game, apart from two goalless draws. The rest are 1-goal margins, and only Cameroon has managed to score more than 1 goal so far, by scoring 2 in the opening game. Every other country have won by 1-0, apart from 2 that couldn't even score against each other. And I'm wondering, is African football turning into the boring old Arsenal of the yesteryears? I remember when Arsenal used to grind out results and we used to sing 1-0 to the Arsenal, 1-0 to the Arsenal, because they can't do any better. Although they used to think that they're better than that and that. Leave that story. We're back on African football, seriously. Very low scores. 1-0. Is it that the defenses in Africa are very, very tight and good, or the attacks in African football are becoming more and more blunt? Is it that we're not allowing the Manes and the Salahs to come into their own, or are they the ones who are too scared to get into their own, maybe because they're scared for injuries, maybe they're looking forward to going back to their clubs to go and play Champions League glamorous football? Who knows? But the goal count has been really low. I can't even say I've enjoyed it because some of the games have been really drab. But where we are, African football, bravo, we're still on it. And I tell you what, it makes for excitement. It's also astonishing that majority of the goals that have been scored in the first round of games so far have been penalties. A lot of penalties. What is going on? What is going on? We can't even score from open play. Penalties, referees giving decisions, VAR overturning, VAR giving penalties when referees don't see them. And it's been penalties all the way through. The only team that scored more than 1 goal, Cameroon, scored with 2 penalties. Funny. Crazy, isn't it? And the others missed penalties, scored penalties. There have been penalties everywhere. And it's been interesting. It's been very interesting. I'm proud. I'm very proud believe me, that one of the very few goals that were scored in the run of play that wasn't a set piece or penalty was by my Super Eagles team. And it was a good goal, a contender for goal of the tournament so far. Of course, in fact, so far it is the goal of the tournament. The only other one, of course, is again a team coached by my best friend, my best coaching friend in football, Tom Saintfiet of Gambia, making their debut in the tournament and winning, beating Mauritania by 1 goal, a solitary goal, which was an astonishing strike from outside the area, another contender for goal of the tournament. Proud of you, Tom. Keep going. Here we are. But, so you'll say, okay, you wanted to fall asleep, you've been tempted to fall asleep, and the games have been dragged, this and that. So, what's there to talk about? Do you remember that in my last post to you, I did say that referees will be an important thing as well. I said I was going to talk about players, I was going to talk about coaches, I was going to talk about administration, but I also added referees. It was like I knew. Mali against Tunisia. Let me take a sip of my tea. Ah, yeah. Mali against Tunisia. The Zambian referee, Janisi Kazwe. What were you thinking? What planet was he on? What was going on with him? Now that's put us in laughing stock category in global football, I have to say. And I'm smiling, but I'm not amused. Guy blows the game off on 85 minutes. Who does that? And then he consults with his watch. He sees that he got it wrong. He decides to run further and says, okay, let's continue the game. And on 89 minutes and 50, he calls the game off again. Oh, God almighty. I mean, I can understand if for whatever reason the stopwatch stopped or maybe his battery ran out or something. But he had that thing in his ear. He was in communication with his other assistants, with his fourth official, with VAR. Did they not see? And tell him, boss, this game needs to go on for a bit longer. So it took for him to take us to 89 minutes and a bit. And then you need to see his face when he looked at demonstrated the protesting coach of Tunisia. He looked at him like he wasn't a creature, like with disgust. I don't know what you're talking about. The guy was showing him his watch, and he was looking at him like yeah, I don't care. I can care less about you. And then he took the players off the pitch. They were doing the press conference, and here's the laughable part. Then CAF comes in and calls the coaches from the press conference, post-match press conference. No, come out and play the final 2 minutes. Who does that? Who does that? My son came in and said, Dad, do you wonder why international media don't take us seriously and clubs don't take this tournament seriously? If we put ourselves in this laughing stock position like this, how can they? African football, come on guys, come on. We can do a lot better than this. And somebody said to me, you'll be surprised that this guy will be back officiating another game very soon. I will be shocked. Let's focus on the football. Second round of games, let's hope that it gets better. Let's hope that the big players come bigger and actually justify their inclusion in this tournament. Until then, subscribe to me, give me your comments, share your love with me, and I'll see you soon. Cheers. I'll go back the way I came.